Feeling anxious is something I know all too well. It can sneak up on you in the middle of a busy day, or linger quietly in the background, making everything feel just a little bit harder. Anxiety is a normal part of life, but when it starts to take over, it can feel overwhelming and isolating. But what if you could lower your anxiety naturally with just a few simple habits? Over the years, I've discovered that small, mindful changes can make a huge difference. Let me share 5 proven tips that have really helped me find my calm, and might help you too. First, let's talk about breathing. When anxiety kicks in, I use the 4-4-6 breathing pattern. This technique is simple, but incredibly powerful. It helps slow down my racing thoughts and brings me back to the present moment. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold it for 4, then exhale slowly for 6. It's like hitting the reset button for my mind. Focusing on your breath gives your brain something steady to hold on to, and you might notice your heart rate slowing down, your muscles relaxing, and your mind clearing. Try it for a minute or two. The change is real. Even if you're in a crowded place or feeling overwhelmed, you can always return to your breath. It's a tool you carry with you everywhere. Second, nothing soothes my nerves like a dose of nature. I make it a point to get outside, even if it's just sitting under a tree or listening to birds. Nature has a way of reminding us that we're part of something bigger, and it can be incredibly grounding. Taking a mindful walk clears my head and grounds me in the present. I try to notice the colors of the leaves, the sound of the wind, or the feeling of the earth beneath my feet. Even a few minutes outside can shift my mood and help me feel more connected and at ease. Third, journaling is huge for me. When my thoughts spiral, I pull out a journal and just write it all down. Sometimes I write about what's worrying me, and other times, I just jot down random thoughts or things I'm grateful for. No judgment, no pressure. Just letting the words flow helps me process and release anxious energy. It's a safe space to untangle my mind, and often I find solutions or a sense of relief just by seeing my thoughts on paper. Fourth, hydration often flies under the radar, but it really matters. If I skip water, my anxiety tends to spike. Dehydration can make you feel tired, irritable, and even more on edge. So I keep a water bottle nearby, making sure I'm sipping throughout the day. It's simple, but surprisingly effective. Sometimes just pausing to drink a glass of water is enough to interrupt a cycle of anxious thoughts and help me reset. I also like to enjoy a cup of herbal tea like chamomile or peppermint, which can be soothing and hydrating at the same time. Little rituals like this can signal to your body that it's time to relax. And finally, sleep. When I shortchange myself on sleep, everything feels harder. A tired mind is more vulnerable to stress and anxiety, so I try to make rest a priority. I aim for a solid 8 hours and try to stick to a regular schedule. Good sleep is like armor for my mind, helping me handle stress and bounce back. I also avoid screens before bed and create a calming nighttime routine to help signal to my brain that it's time to wind down. Practice these 5 steps every day. Over time, they build a foundation of calm that makes a real difference in how I feel.